Focus on mine?
Yeah.
Right. Fuck that hand on there.
Square miles, an area 150. Wow. In miles, how far out there to the vehicle assembly building? That's the communication switching and relay facility. Some of our endangered species out here. We get the payloads in through this door and about 100 feet farther in another door. These two doors create an airlock. That means when we're bringing things inside, we'll bring them inside this door, close it, clean them up, then open the inner door, go into a 100,000 class clean room that we're going to be able to look into. The first building on the right, like most of the other buildings out here, does go back to the 60s, to the days of Apollo. And this is a central instrumentation facility where we receive, record, and analyze streams of information from pre-launch tests from the launches themselves. It's also where we test and calibrate all our precision measuring equipment. On the right, may look familiar if you're not reading with Genie fans. This is the headquarters building, and this is where the center director, in the tall center section, Mr. Jim Kennedy has his offices, and close by the offices for his senior NASA managers and senior contractor managers, because he oversees a total workforce of about 14,000. Of those, only about 1,400 work directly for the government. All the rest of us work for contractors. We do everything from mowing the grass, to plunging the toilets, to doing the tours, to working on and launching the shuttle.
Make sure we got room for everybody here. Satisfied Business Center. And we'll talk a little bit. And I don't know my engineering and all things, everybody agrees. Growing real plants in microgravity might be one of the most important pieces of research we do. I've never seen it. By the time the tool is, but if it's something you need to use a zero gravity toilet, I don't think I really want it. I'm curious. Now overhead we have another model of a different space station. It was launched by the Russians in the days of the Soviet Union when they were our rivals, our competitors in space instead of our partners. Emergency escape system or a space lifeboat, but until we get these space shuttles flying again, that's become our routine way to move people back and forth. But every 6 months, because the battery, the fuel, the oxygen on board, we have to send up a new capsule. That's one empty seat. Now sometimes the Russians would send up a third cosmonaut, spend a little time doing a short experiment on the gear. Other times, they take them a guest astronaut. Again, the first crew went up to the International Space Station on board the Soyuz capsule. Since that time, there's always been at least one there, first as an emergency escape system or a space lifeboat. But until we get these space shuttles flying again, that's become our routine way to move people back and forth. But every 6 months, because the battery, the fuel, the oxygen on board, we have to send up a new capsule. And we send a new crew up with each new capsule. A couple of days, well, I don't know if they're in that position that long. They're that way for takeoff and for landing. Now, once they get up into